Students, welcome. This is indeed a unique video, and what I'm about to reveal to you about the Yoginis, you will not find it anywhere. Simple. So before I begin, I just want to tell you guys that consider joining my membership program. Really helps because it's very hard for me to have any earnings from YouTube. So if I'm to persist doing these videos, this very unique breed of videos, then please support me by becoming a member of the channel. So before we begin, Yoginis are super important for people who are looking at Tantric or Shabar Siddhi. Alright, they are absolutely indispensable. And you have to do their sadhna vidhi, and at some point you will have to receive the blessings of the Yoginis. It's very, very important. Before we begin, let us take a moment to acknowledge the fact that we are celebrating the Yoginis, who are none other than Angas or avatars of Ma Kali. And there are 64 Yoginis with 64 Bhairavs. And the Yoginis and the Bhairavs are intricately tied to our Kundalini awakening. Okay, what is Yog? Yog is union. Who is a Yogini? A female who has achieved union with, a female who has achieved union with the great Shiva. For Shiva is the Adi Yogi, the Adi Guru. So we have to acknowledge that today is indeed a very important moment when I reveal to you all these secrets. But before we begin, let us chant a little prayer to Ganpati and take his blessings. Om Vakratundaya Vidmahe Om Ekadantaya Vidmahe Vakratundaya Dhimahi Tanno Danti Prachodayat. Just a moment to acknowledge that may Ganpati bless me in giving you the right information, and may you receive the right information. It's very important. I will be giving you Yogini sadhana, but before I begin all that, I just want to tell you that I offer a Yogini class. So if you're interested to learn about the Yoginis, this is a WhatsApp course that a lot of people don't know who the Yoginis are. So if you are going to take a workshop and immerse yourself in their sadhana, if you feel so called, it's better to take the WhatsApp course, and it's very cheap. It's $11 a lesson, and you get it on your WhatsApp every day with meditation, mantra, affirmations, visualizations, all of that. This helps you align yourself to the Yogini energy, which is all-encompassing actually. For they are none other than Ma Kali. I have a lot of information that I channeled for you, and it's going to be very, very interesting. So let us begin. Now, Yoginis are known as Upavidyas. Like Kali, Tara, Sodashi, Bhuvaneshwari, they are Mahavidyas. Yoginis are known as Upavidyas. Alright, and now as I begin to tell you this all about Yoginis, I want to tell you how important they are during these times, especially from 2022 to 2029. So keep that in mind and proceed. So in Uttarakhand, there is a prophecy that is being fulfilled. All right. And during the last Mahayuddha, which is Mahabharat Mahayuddha, Vishnu had promised Ma Kali that her bloodthirst will be satiated at the end of Kali Yuga, where Vishnu himself will offer to her the blood of the sinners. Now there's a lot of allegory, there's a lot of ciphering in this tale, that why is Ma Kali wanting to drink blood? Because she's all consuming. She is the one that changes, but by receiving life force she creates new life. So Kali is cyclical, that's why she is associated to Saturn. Now tomorrow night, 18th night, starts the Tithi of Shani Jayanti, and also Phaloharini Kali Puja, which is very popular in Bengal. And in Phaloharini Kali Puja, Phalaharini in Hindi, you can truly propitiate Shanidev. He is ready to bless you if you do his Mahavidya's puja, that is Phaloharini Kali Puja. And tomorrow all kinds of wish fulfillment, sattvic, rajasic, all this kind of work can be accomplished. So I'm doing a puja. If you're interested to be included in the puja, drop me an email, and or you can call me on my WhatsApp +91 7030258060. Please only call if you're going to book a reading. Don't call me or send me messages, hi, hello, I'm not interested. So if you're interested, the donation is $11, and you will be giving a petition to Ma Phaloharini Kali. So let's continue with this, that yes, I also offer Yogini workshops where you can learn how to worship the Yoginis. Again, I will be telling you a lot of things, but again, this is not something I advise you to do on your own. It's always best to be guided by a guru who's already Siddh in Yogini Vidya. I says, stop it. So there is a prophecy that's being fulfilled, as Vishnu had promised Ma Kali that at the end of Kali Yuga, she will be able to drink the blood of the sinners. And we know that Vishnu's last 10th avatar is known as Kalki. In the Buddhist circle, he is known as Maitreya. Alright? And this very interesting thing, that Kali Sanghar Kriya, that Ma Kali and her Sanghar, because Srishti Sthiti Sanghar, Srishti creation, Sthiti sustainability, Sanghar destruction. So Ma Kali Sanghar Kriya has started through the 72 Yoginis, and this is kind of a mini pralaya that is that we will be dealing with soon, and kind of like an apocalypse. So why? In 2013, Ma Kali's emanation, she is known as Ma Dhari, and Ma Dhari is situated in Uttarakhand. Now what the government did was they removed Ma Dhari's idol, and they shifted the temple premises for whatever reasons. They really incurred the wrath of Ma Dhari, who's none other than Ma Kali. And during this time, when the government did this, from 2013, we know that there's kind of like an apocalypse happening in Uttarakhand, with all this Uttarakhand being flooded. What apocalyptic imagery. Also Kedarnath this year, right, Kedarnath Dham Yatra was cancelled because of incessant rains. So it's actually very interesting to see that a lot of 4 dhams are in danger, and they're all in Uttarakhand. So many people are saying that, let us re-establish Ma Dhari, since we dislodged her, and maybe the Pralaya Kriya, the Sanghar Kriya will stop. But nothing like that is going to happen, The Sanghar Kriya has started through the 72 Yoginis. And there'll be much destruction, really like very, very difficult times ahead, because this is a Sandhi period for when Kali Yuga is ending. Now, this particular place is called Joshi Mutt, and this is the Joshi Mutt crisis, as the media is calling it. That there is in Joshi Mutt, there are the 64 yoginis are placed there. There's a temple for them, and suddenly we can observe that cracks are coming in the temple. Cracks are coming in the temple, and this is a harbinger for the prophecy that Kali Sanghar Kriya has begun. And no matter how they try to repair the temple, they are unable to repair the temple. No matter what they do, the Uttarakhand government is perplexed. They don't know what to do because they don't know what is coming. So this is kind of a dangerous situation that is playing out right now. This is Ma Kali Sanghar Kriya. As we like creation, because creation is why we've come into being. We like to sustain ourselves, but there is also the culmination of sustenance, which is dissolution. So that we are afraid of, because we don't know what will happen to us. We don't know what will happen to this personality that we call, me. Now, so this Joshi Mutt crisis is an ongoing crisis that's happening in Uttarakhand. Now, these 64 yoginis are 64 rupas of Ma Kali. 64 emanations of Ma Kali. Now we know there are 64 Bhairavs also. Now many say that Ganesh has 64 forms actually, but we know it to be now 52. Because a lot of those forms are looped, or they have gone away from mass consciousness because of Kali Yuga and the end times. Like, again, Satya Yuga will begin. So there'll be a whole new energy that is taking shape, because now we have to experience the Sanghar Kriya. After the Sanghar Kriya will begin Srishti again. So this is like the Trinity, okay? Srishti, Sthiti, Sanghar. And if you see that in Uttarakhand, the 64 Yogini temple, it's cracking. And the non-stop landslides that are happening, non-stop landslides. And they've, like I said, they've tried to repair the cracks, but to no avail. They don't know why and how the 64 Yogini temple is cracking. And it's got everybody stumped. Scientists, engineers, okay, and a lot of landslides are happening. Like I said, dangerous landslides are happening in Uttarakhand. 5,000 years ago, Krishna had told Kali that Mate, at the end, when Krishna had abruptly ended the war, Ma Kali's bloodthirst was not satiated. She wanted the blood, like, when she was doing Devasur Sangram, right? And in this Satya Yuga, and she was drinking non-stop blood, right, of all the sinners, Rakta Bija and all that, right? But the fact still remains that as Krishna abruptly ended the war, now Krishna, I told you, is the higher self, Kali is the Kundalini, and the Kundalini deserves blood as in sacrifice. The Kundalini is thirsty for blood, as in the life force needs to be fed to the Kundalini. So there are allegories, like I said, all of these stories also have deeper meanings that they have deeper underpinnings, right? So now, as Krishna, the higher self, tells Ma Kali that we've stopped the war with the Mahabharata. So at the end of Kali Yuga, you will be able to satiate your bloodlust, like I said. And Kali was like, okay, okay, so the Kundalini lay dormant. The Kundalini couldn't awaken because not enough life force was fed to it. So now in Kali Yuga, as Kalki avatar arrives, there will be massive Sanghar Kriya. Like I said, there will only be 64 crores of people left on this earth. Right? If some very ancient Oriya prophecies are to be believed of Achyutananda, Bhavishyamalika. So the thing is that why do we talk about yoginis? Why are yoginis important? Yoginis are important in Kali Yuga because they are in some way responsible for bringing the end of times and expediting the pralaya process. So we know the people who do tantra, Shabad mantras, we know how important the yoginis are. In fact, without having siddhi of the yoginis, you cannot reach Ma Kali. Because, like I said, the Kundalini cannot be accessed. So we go through Ganpati, we go through Bhairav, we study the yoginis. Yoginis are none other than Ma Kali's angas or rupas. So that's something to remember. And yoginis are tantamount to tantric practice. You cannot raise your kundalini without the blessing of the yoginis. And in Buddhist literature, you will see that many of the siddhas were initiated by Dakini or Yakshani. Most of these people who were initiated are the initiation happens through yoginis. So if you are progressing on the path of karma and if you are actually ready for your guru and there is no one available in front of you, a yogini will appear in whatever form and a yogini will teach you tantra, no matter which country you live in, because yoginis can do astral travel, for they are Ma Kali. Now there are two huge yogini temples in Madhya Pradesh and two of them are in Orissa. And the thing is that if you go to these temples and if you do sadhana there with your mantra or homam or whatever prakriya you do there, you will see that siddhi comes really quickly. Like I said, that any tantric Shabad mantra done in Kamakhya brings results like, really expedites your success. Just go to Kamakhya and do your mantra there. Of course, like I said, that the yoginis, I will be telling you their mantra and their stuff, but don't do them without a guru. Alright? I have a yogini WhatsApp course if you're interested. If you're interested in direct initiation in the yogini tattva, then drop me an email. Now, each yogini has a separate mantra and a separate vanaspati, which is plant, and a separate color, and of course a padhvati or a system to attain siddhi. All of them. And people who are doing yogini, yakshani, apsara, pari, all these sadhanas, the thing to remember is that all these feminine energies are none other than Ma Kali herself. So keep that in mind, that yoginis are Adi Shakti. So there is literally nothing that yoginis cannot do. In fact, yoginis reveal to you secrets of the universe that you wouldn't have known. Secret tantra. They reveal to you mantra. So yogini siddhi is absolutely important. Now, in many texts, or many scholars believe that Kali created yoginis to destroy the demon Ghor. Okay, and especially if you are in Kalikol, you have to do yogini sadhana, even if you are in Shrikol. Okay, you have to do yogini sadhana. Now, people say that people often ask me that, there are 64 yoginis. So, do we need to do 64 different types of sadhanas to attain spiritual powers? And I tell them one thing, no. One yogini will bring for you everything that you can imagine and will also take you on the path to moksha. So, no, you don't need to do 64 yoginis. However, the WhatsApp class that I have devised gives you 64 different yogini energies and just a small meditation to uh, align yourself with their force, with their energy, to connect to the force that their force field, they have a, oh boy, in Kali Yuga, like I said, they are the ones that will start this, that have already started the Samhar Kriya. Now, untold powers can come. Now, Ravan's son, you've heard of, Ram and Ravan and the Ramayana, right? So, Ravan's son basically had Siddhi of Patal Bhairavi Yogini. Patal Bhairavi Yogini. That's why they could stop. Come here. I said, that's why they could hide where Ram and Lakshman couldn't find them. Patal Bhairavi Yogini. And a very interesting thing to note here is, according to Tantra, every woman has 32 kalas. Now, how do I translate kala? So, kala is like quality. Okay, loosely translated, kala is quality. So, each woman has 32 kalas, and to and as her other side, each man, as other part, each man has 32 kalas. So if you add 32 plus 32, you get 64. And we have 64 yoginis. Yoginis are within us. Okay, so yoga, I told you, is union. When one is in union with Parashiv, Paradevi, then one is a yogi. And within us, the 32 feminine kalas, the 32 masculine kalas, when they unite, what is known as hieros gamos in Western literature, esoteric literature. Hieros gamos, the alchemical marriage between the divine feminine, the divine masculine. So within us we have the 32 colors of the divine feminine, 32 colors of the divine masculine. And when we unite them, when we wed them, is when we achieve yogini siddhi, and that comes to 64. The true alchemical marriage takes place within us. That's why 64 yoginis have 64 bhairavs. When I say feminine, masculine, when I said that the man has 32 colors as an answer to the feminine 32 colors, I mean, it is an addition. And even if you are a person who is LGBTQ, you have to understand that within you, you have the propensity to be more feminine or masculine. We all do, right? In fact, every human has within them male and female. And when developed, these 32 colors and the alchemical marriage creates a yogini. And it is said that even men are yoginis, not yogis, because the only masculine is Shiva. The only Adi Purush, the only masculine is Lord Shiva. Devadi Dev Mahadev. He is the only masculine. So when we become united with him, we bring forth our yogini part, not yogi. So even if Sadguru were to unite with Shiva, he would be uniting as a yogini. For in Tantra there is only one masculine, and that is Shiva. So we all have to drop all the pretenses and embrace the feminine, the nurturing, the softness, the compassion, the care. And then we are united in yoga with Shiva, with Mahadev. Stop. Okay, so this is so important. I'm just telling my dog, no. Now, and this, and many tantrics also believe that the 64 yoginis have emanated after the Methun Kriya of Shiv Shakti. Okay, the inverted, the Viparit Methun Kriya produced the yoginis. So I told you one dot white, Shiv Bindu, one dot, another dot, that one dot vibrates, separates, and that separation is a red dot, and that is Devi, that is Shakti Bindu, and again they come together, and so we have Shiva Bindu, Shakti Bindu, then they come together again, and there is an inverted triangle, and this creates the Misra Bindu, and from the Misra Bindu emanates another triangle. So this is very, very interesting how this, the yoginis, these are all cosmic secrets. You know, when we say sexual union of Shiva Shakti, we don't mean literal sexual union as to what people think is Tantra, okay, the literal sexual act, okay, but that is sadly, stop, okay. But that's sadly something that has been perverted in Kali Yuga, right? Even the name of Kali has been perverted. People ask me that is Kali a demon? And this has been predicted. In Shama Shongit, there it is said that Jagote kolonko hobe, Shama name kolonko hobe. So that means that people will say bad things about Paradevi, Adi Shakti Kali herself, not understand. People think Kali is a Ugra emanation. Ugra, she's anything but Ugra. She's the most Saumya mother you can think of. As Phaloharini Kali Puja is coming, surrender to Ma Kali. Kring, 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 hung, hung, ring, ring, Dakshina Kali ke. Kring, 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 hung, hung, ring, ring, Swaha. This is the most powerful mantra of of Dakshina Kali. Or you can do Bij. Om, kring, om, kring, om, kring. And for 18th night, that's tomorrow, I'm doing a puja also for Shani balance, Phaloharini Kali Pujo for Shani balance. Donation is $11. If you're interested, drop me an email. Now, and everybody who is a genuine aspirant, a genuine student of Tantra, you cannot ignore the yoginis. Because if the yoginis do not awaken within you, then there is no union with Adi Purush Shiva. And like I already said, that according to Bhavishya Malika, Kali Ma's Sanghar Kriya has begun from 2013. Actually, that's when they replaced her dham, that Madhari, who's none other than Kali in Uttarakhand. And that is when the 64 yoginis are coming alive one by one. All right. Yes. If you're interested, drop me an email, John. Oh my God, before I could read it, are the Manikarnikas, did you say are the Manikarnikas part of the yoginis? Are the 7 Matrakas? No, say Ashtamatrika. Ashtamatrika, I'm definitely going to make a video on. So let's not get into that. But yeah, I mean, in many pujas, in many rituals, Ashtamatrikas are also included. So, like I said, that this was the secret of, they are all Bhairavis. Bhairavi is also Kali, Bhairavi is also Kali, and every tantric woman who has achieved Siddhi in some mantra Siddhi is also a Bhairavi. Yes, I know. My Kal Bhairavs all the time. Anytime I start talking about all this, my dog, not dog is, but dog is super. Hey, Isis, come on, Bhairo. Amaba Bhairo, Bhairo, oh mere pyare Bhairo. What? Okay. So yeah, this is a proper Bhairo, okay, and a rescue Bhairo that too. Right. What? You see, I'm talking on YouTube. Just because if you're barking, people are going to leave the live stream. Do you know what that means? She doesn't get. She's barking because there's some guy working in my balcony, so she is all out there, and so my baby or my husband are not home, so there's like no one to babysit her, and she always needs a babysitter. Okay, so like I said, that the Samhar Kriya of the 64 Yoginis have started according to Bhavishya Malika, written by Sant Achyutananda 600 years ago. The true Nostradamus. Okay, 600 years ago, Achyutananda predicted with the Pancha Sakha. Yes. Hey, come. Come. What are we talking about? My dog is actually a very good dog, except that she always needs attention. But if I keep just fluffing her like this, then hopefully she'll be alright. I have to keep fluffing her, so reassuring her. So, as the Samhar Kriya is, is taking shape, if we pray to the Yoginis, we can be protected. So that is also something to think about, right? Yes. His name was Sant Achyutananda Das, and he was from Orissa. All right. Now, and also as Ma Kali's Samhar Kriya has begun, each yogini has one weapon for sanghar, like infectious disease is one weapon, then natural disasters, war, things like that. And actually the yoginis have a huge role in taking Sanatan Dharma all over the world. A lot of people from different countries, they tell me, yes, not all. The Khadgamala again has all the matrikas, the yoginis, everything. So Khadgamala, yes, but as I said, that Khadgamala cannot be given to someone who's just starting out in Sri Vidya. So you have to start slow, you'll have to do, Sri Vidya you cannot be given Lalita Vidya like that. You have to go through Mahaganapati, you have to go through Bala, you have to go through Matangi, you have to go through Bhairo, you have to go through Vara. Hey, what is this? Can you tell me, what are you doing? That man is working there. He's not coming in. Stop, all right. Now let me do my work, okay? So each yogini has a weapon for the Samhar Kriya that has started. So 2022 to 2029, this time is like absolutely important to connect to yoginis. So if you're interested in my WhatsApp Yogini class, then drop me an email. It's $11 a lesson. Minimum you have to book 11 lessons. And actually there are 64 lessons. But you can't just book one, you have to book 11 lessons, and then you can proceed. And the people who are doing the Yogini classes are feeling very, very connected not only to the Yoginis but also to Bhairo, because Yoginis are direct feminine part of Bhairo, and also to Shiva Shakti. So it's indeed a very powerful way to learn about the Yoginis. Now, very, very interesting thing also is that you can chant 108 times. Of course, you have to have your Guru mantra, right? Then you have to have Ganesh mantra. Then you have to have Kshetrapala mantra. Then you have to do 108 times Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. And then do Pancha Devata Puja on the Shivling. So many people ask me that, how do I do? I don't have an Ishtadev or Devi. So whose puja do I do? Very simple, you have to do Panchadevata puja. Panchadevata is Vishnu, first Ganesh, Vishnu, Devi, Surya and Shiva. So you'll have to do Panchadevata puja on the Shivling. And if you just do this practice, that is invoking the Panchadevata, and there's a way that I teach this class if you're interested to learn how to invoke the Panchadevatas and worship the Shivling, then please drop me an email. I'll teach you. And if you are doing Shabadi Vidya, which I also teach Yogini Shabadi Vidya, then you have to do Shabadi Sumeru. First you have to do the same, whatever mantra is given by Guru, then Ganesh. Then you have to do Shabadi Sumeru at least 21 times. Guru Sat, Guru hai Veer, Guru Sahib Simrao Badi Bhaat, Singhi Toro, Vanko Manno Kartar, Sakal Gurun Ka Har Baje Ghatta, Pakadud Jag, Chet Samhar, Shri Paramhams. Okay, so you have to do that. And then the Shabad mantra for the Yoginis. Now, I will not suggest anybody start doing Shabad mantra without initiation. Not a good idea, says Thakur. Not a good idea. So, however, I'll tell you the mantra. 64 योगन नाचे गाए माई की करे सेवा माई प्रसन्न मुदित योगिनी बदल दे तेरा तेवा. And this has to be chanted, and of course the tithi is very, very important. When to start this? Guru Pushya, Ravi Pushya, and Mangal has just gone into Pushya. So every Mangalic person must try their level best to appease Mangal during this time. Because Pushya Nakshatra being such a benefic Nakshatra, even if you have a bad afflicted Mangal and you can't seem to keep a relationship, or you can't seem to get married, then this is the time for you to, it's kind of like, you're going and then you suddenly kick on to hyperdrive and you go faster than the speed of light. So this time, whenever a planet is in Pushya Nakshatra, you have the opportunity to go on hyperdrive. With significations related to that planet. So Shani, when Shani also goes into Pushya, it is any planet you can correct when they are in Pushya Nakshatra. So this time learning Ganesh Puja, learning, many people tell me that can we do Mangal Puja or can we do Sanat Kumar Puja? Yeah, you can learn that, but you will not get Siddhi quickly. So whatever I'm teaching you is is the vidya that will give you quick siddhi. Just stop, let the man work. So how will you do the Shabad mantra? Shabad mantra is you have to have a shivling, which is very important. Yogini yantra is also available with me, and I've been selling the Yogini yantra with the Raksha mala, with Bhairav yantra and Japamala and Gutika, Parad Gutika. So first you will be saying Guru Satta Guru hai Veer Guru Sahib Simro Badi Bhan Singhi Toro Anko Manno Kartar Sakal Guru Ka Har Bich Katta Pakadu Chak Chet Samashri Paramhams 64 Yogan Nache Gaye Mai Ki Kare Seva Mai Prasanna Mudati Yogini Badalte Tera Deva. Like that you have to chant at least during Ravi Pusha, Guru Pusha 10 malas for 11 days. This Shabad and Shabad Prakriyas, Siddhi comes much quicker than Tantric Prakriyas, much quicker. Again, the mantra 64 yogan nache gaye, mai ki kare seva, who is my Makali, mai prasanna mudit yogini badal de tera deva. Like, if Ma Kali is happy, then the 64 yoginis are going to change your destiny. Even what is not written in your kundali, even what the problems that you're going to face, they can erase it. Not to mention yoginis are exceedingly beautiful. And if they appear to a sadhak or a sadhika in the Saumya state, they are more beautiful than, actresses, supermodels, like that. They're very beautiful. And they have an ethereal smell about them. Very, very heady smell. And very attractive, alright? Not just for heterosexual males, but also for heterosexual females, because its smell is so alluring. And of course, when you're doing yogini sadhana during sankalp, you have to decide what role you want to give to the yoginis. Hey, come up, come up, I'll pet you then. No, not there, not there, just come here. So what role will you assign to her? Okay, will you invoke her as your mother, as your sister, as your lover, as your friend, or as your wife? And again, it depends upon the character, the personality of the sadhak. It's best to do this under the supervision of someone who's already connected to the yoginis, right? And this mantra of the yoginis is super powerful. So like even on this Kali Puja, Phalaharini Kali Puja, just doing this mantra of the yoginis is, because, like I said, that everybody cannot just start praying to Kali. People buy all these Kali statues and then, they keep them in their homes and they don't know how to do puja properly. That only brings in more disaster. So don't go start praying to Kali because Kali is Kundalini. You cannot directly access the Kundalini. You have to go through different channels. So, if you're interested in learning Yogini Vidya, Tantric or Shabad way, then please let me know. Now, another misconception is that people think that yoginis are like yakshanis. They are nothing like yakshanis. And then people are like, yoginis only give wealth or give beauty. And I'm not interested in all that. I mean, like, who isn't? Or fame. I'm not into that. I want moksha. Let me tell you that they are the ones who are most connected to Ma Kali. So who is more of a moksha karaka than Ma Kali? Can there be anybody who take you to moksha quicker than Ma Kali? No. So don't fall into all of this nonsensical speculation. It's wrong. And now that Ma Kali has started her Samhar Kriya, and the yoginis are coming alive, I mean, they've already come alive. Especially people who do their sadhana can feel that, and they are the ones who will protect you from 2022 to 2029, come what may. So definitely learn to work with the yoginis. It will change your life. It is life changing. And why are they so close to Ma Kali? The scriptures have repeatedly said, yes, of course, that's nothing. I mean, even a bhoot, pret, or a jinn can do all that. The yoginis, like I said, there's nothing that they cannot do. Everything. They can do everything. Alright? And why are they so close to Ma Kali? It's already said in the scriptures that they travel with Ma Kali. They travel with her. And Bhairav feeds them meat. Bhairav feeds them meat. And they drink blood with Ma Kali. So they're like Ma's closest companions. And they can effortlessly take you to Ma. Effortlessly. So if you propitiate the yoginis, it's a good chance that you will be able to connect to Ma Kali or Ma Lalita. Any one of them. Like I said, Shri Kul, Kali Kul, any one of them. Now I'll tell you the names of the 8 main yoginis. First is Surasundari, the most beautiful Surasundari. Then second is Manohara. You know, if you look at Manohara Yogini, your heart will be just satiated, like full. You know, when you see someone and, you know, your heart just feels full. Then Kadakavati, and fourth Kameshwari. Like many people ask me, why do the yoginis have names like the goddess? Because you know Lalitambika is Kameshwari. It is very simple. The yoginis are emanations of the Adi Shakti. So the one who is called Kameshwari, she is like Mata Kameshwari, an ang of Mata Kameshwari, and she is responsible for calm within us. And calm is not bad. Calm is not lust or how people understand calm. It's not that. Without calm, there would be nothing. There would be no universe. So, then we have Rati Sundari. Rati is amorous adventures. So, Rati Sundari. And yes, if a male or even a female, same sex individual, I mean, you know, if they invoke the yogini as lover, the yoginis will have amorous adventures with you. Yes. But in my experience, it is best to invoke the yogini as a friend. Because, you know, mom, yeah, mom's great. Sister, great. Lover can be dicey. Wife, not a good idea if you're married, but very good idea if you're unmarried or if you're divorced. Divorced men, you can definitely look at, but if you're dating tons of women and you know you're going around everywhere, then don't. But if you are divorced and you don't want to get into a human relationship, then yogini sadhana as lover or wife is ideal for you. But if you are like me and you're happily married in your relationship, you're happy, you don't want anything but a friend, a true friend, then yoginis are the best option. As you know, invoking them as a friend is your best option. Yoginis are the best option, but invoking them as your friend is the best option. Just like I did. And with friends, you tend to have a very special relationship. right? If you connect with someone and then there are no innuendos, no sexual innuendos, or there is no give and take, no business dealings, but you just meet someone and you just connect with them on a soul level, and you can, like, laugh with them, you can undress in front of them, and you can just hug them in the night and sleep, and that's a very special friendship. And that friendship is friendship, it is not overlaid with other yes, like that. So then we have Padmini, like Padme from Star Wars. And then we have Natani, and then we have Madhumati. Yeah, no expectations, just two souls vibing, just a friendship, it's so special. For me, making friends is really hard because wherever I go, people just want to know about their astrology, or people just want to know about what will happen to them, what they should do. It's like I always find myself taking on the role of an advisor at all times. I mean, it's never that I meet someone who's not into astrology or not interested in learning things about them from me or about their future, and that I just vibe with that person. I mean, I wish I get a friend like that, but it just doesn't happen for me, And that's why I find myself that this friendship situation is greatly helped by the yoginis, for I consider the yoginis to be my sakhis. I consider them to be my friends, and there is no expectations of them knowing anything from me or learning anything from me, and I can just connect to them, and I can bring forth any form that my imagination can grasp at, and I can, it's pretty crazy, because I think that a lot of sadhana has to do with the faculty of imagination and intuition. A lot of this does have to do with that, and you can bring forth deity with your imagination. So yeah, yoginis are very, very dear friends and special friends, and you will not get such dedicated friends. So it'd be worthwhile to invoke yogini as friends. Another thing is that if you are passing by Kamrup Kamakhya, then go there and do yogini sadhana. You will greatly benefit. In fact, if anybody is interested to go to Kamrup Kamakhya, and I could accompany them, if you want me as your spiritual guide and teacher, and I could come with you. So drop me an email if you're interested to do sadhana in Kamrup Kamakhya with me. Now, I'll tell you a little bit about some of the kriyas that I do. I do achaman with Haung. So, Ong Haung Atma Tattvaim Shodhayami Swaha, Ong Haung Vidya Tattvaim Shodhayami Swaha, Ong Haung Shiva Tattvaim Shodhayami Swaha, Ong Haung Sarva Tattvaim Shodhayami Swaha. Then I do Digbandhan. Now, Digbandhan is very important. Digbandhan, Suraksha, Ghera, whatever you want to call it, is super important in yogini sadhana. Om Sahasrare Hum Phat. Om, you know how we do Digbandham, right? Om Sahasrare Hum Phat. Om Sahasrare Hum Phat. Om Sahasrare Hum Phat. So this is the mantra with which we do Digbandhan, and always face east. And asan must always be red. Now, depending upon the yogini you are trying to invoke, your guru will tell you what color to wear. It can be white. The yogini I am very close to is white. So, I decided to wear white. So, I could better vibe with her. And the yantra. The yantra is really easy. You have to draw a circle and ashtodal. So 8 flower petals like lotus petals, 8, it has to be neat. Alright. And then you have to draw swastik with Ankush Mudra. Swastik with Ankush Mudra. Alright. And with swastik you have to say Surya Somaha, okay, while you're drawing the swastik. Now, then you have to do Suryarghya Sthapan. And this Vishesharghya, Suryarghya, all this Sthapan and all that is taught in the workshop. Too long to tell you here. And then you have to do pranayam with mantra. So, Guru will give you Yogini Beej or Shakti Beej or Calm Beej depending upon, or Rilekha Beej. And then you have to, the pranayam count is 16, 64, 32. So, Anulom Vilom, 16 times mantra will be chanted. Say Om Hring. So, Om Hring, 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 16 times. Then 64 counts you will have to hold Om Hring, Om Hring, Om Hring, Om Hring. And then release 32 counts. So this is obviously, one will not be able to accomplish this on the first day, but we slowly build up this practice. And then Karanyas and Anganyas must be done. So, Hrang, Om Hrang Angushtabhyam Namaha, Om Hring Tarjanibhyam Namaha, Om Hraing Madhyamabhyam Namaha, Om Raung Anamikabhyam Namaha, Om Hra Kanishtikabhyam Namaha, like that we have to do. And the same beej goes for Anganyas. Om Rang Hridayaya Namaha, Om Ring Shirase Swaha, Om Raing Shikaya Ivashat, Om Raung Kavachaya Hum. Like Om Ra Netratrayaya Vashat, like that. And then you have to do Jeevnyas, which again I cannot teach here. Jeevnyas will have to be done with Pran Prathishta. And Chakshudan, if you are doing with an idol, Chakshudan with Kajal. Kajal has to be made at home by burning cotton wick and ghee. It cannot be Kajal that you buy from a shop. Kajal for yogini or any tantric prayogas, Kajal has to be made at home by burning either ghee, chameli ka tel, or mustard oil, no. Or even you can burn an almond and create kajal with that, with chameli ka tel and almond. Okay, it works really well. Now, so you'll have to do Chakshudan with homemade coal, and again you'll have to use whatever Beej Guru says for Chakshudan. And then Dhyan mantra will be given. Again, Guru will give Dhyan mantra and then Pancha Puja. So, Om Lang Prithvi Tattvatmikayai, whatever Yakshini Prityarthe Gandham Samarpayami. Say Rathi Priya Prityarthe Gandham Samarpayami. And for all the yoginis, like the 8 main yoginis we can talk about, I can't talk about all 64, but say you talk about Kanakvati, you talk about Kameshwari, Manohara, or you talk about Madhumati. Madhumati loves honey. In fact, she is very close to Matangi, Madhumati. Rati Sundari. Lot of Vamachar people offer yoginis sex also, methun, as prasad. So, especially to Rathipriya. Now, like I said that pranayam, you did the dhyan and then you have to do pancha puja, and then you'll have to do jap. So mantra again will be given by guru. Now if you are doing all of this, then this is not Shabadi Vidya, this is Tantric Vidya. Shabadi Vidya, all you need to do is establish yantra, wear Rakshamala, sit down, take an offering like a laddu, a pan, ilaichi, prick it with a clove, and then you do Guru Sat Guru Havir, and then you do Ganesh Om Ganganapate Namaha or Om Vakratundaya Hang, and then you have to do Om Namah Shivaya, and a Bhairav mantra also. So, Om Brahm Bhairavaya Namah, Om Brahm Bhairavaya Namah, Om Brahm Bhairavaya Namah, or Om Bam Batukaya Namah, Om Bam Batuk Bhairavaya Namah. And after Bhairav, you will start with that mantra that I told you, right? The Shabadi mantra. Again, Shabadi mantra is Guru Mukhi. It cannot be done without a Guru. Chausit yogan nache gaye, mai ki kare seva, mai prasanya mudati yogini, badal de tera teva. Very simple, this Shabad mantra, and so quick, so quickly Siddhi comes with this. So, yeah. Now after jap, again you'll have to do pranayam. So again with the beat 16, 64, 32. Again 16, 64, 32. Okay, that's how Anulom Vilom Pranayam is done. Again must be learned from a tantric guru, not people who teach Hatha Yoga. People who teach Hatha Yoga cannot teach you tantric pranayam. Alright, cannot teach you bij ucharan. Okay, it's a bastardized version of tantric pranayam, which is actually why pranayam was created, not only for physical and to still the mind, but to go into sadhana. And then your mantra you will chant. Now what mantra? Only Guru can give you. And sankalpa is very important. What do you want, how do you want to establish yogini in your life? And for people who want to do the sadhana, do it correctly, do it with love, dedication, sincerity, for that's when it will pay off. And thank you so much for being a part of this life. Very, very happy to discuss one of my favorite topics with you guys. Also consider becoming a member of the channel, it really helps. Shani Jayanti is tomorrow with Phaloharini Kali Pujo. If you are interested to join in a group puja for Saturn appeasement, then drop me an email. Alright, thank you so much and speak soon. Bye.